Good morning. Well, actually, very, very early good morning. It's about 5:15 New York City time. How's everybody doing today? Hi, this is Jan from New York City, and my channel name is Jan from New York City Saves Money. How you doing? I want to thank everybody that participated in the live show yesterday with the live interview with Money Mom and with Brandon Neely. It was such a blast. Thank you so much for being there. And you guys really make it rock. I really appreciate it. And I just thought I'd mention that to you. So thank you. In addition to that, it has given me some spark of an idea. I'm considering coming on live one little bit of time, or maybe, well, whatever, how long it takes, on Thanksgiving Day. What do you think of that idea? I believe that there might be some people who can definitely wouldn't mind hanging out with me a little bit on Thanksgiving Day. This is a crazy holiday this year, for travel reasons and stuff, and depending on where you live, and encouragements of people not to gather too much or whatever. So if that affects you, well, come gather with me. Consider it if I do a live that day. Please let me know if this would be of interest to you, because that way I have a pulse on should I do it or not type thing. That's one thing. The other thing is, I was thinking about a lot of the financial terms that we use, like this. One is a slush fund, one is a snowflake payment, and one is a snowball payment. Why is everything weather related? I was just wondering about that. It just sounds so funny. But basically, if you're not familiar, oh, and don't forget the one that makes me laugh the most, this terminology, sinking fund. But they're all funds, and basically, money is extracted from every single one of them. So, for example, if you make a snowflake payment on something, basically what you're doing is you're taking a tiny amount of money and maybe putting it to the side towards an important payment that you need to make. If you make a snowball payment, if I'm not mistaken, I believe it's when you want to conquer your debts by getting rid of completely a debt. Let's say you have three outstanding bills, three outstanding debts. You take the smallest one and you make that snowball payment completely, pay it off completely to the tiniest one that you can pay off, whereas you're getting rid of that debt completely already. And then you gradually work up your way to the next one that you intend to pay off, the next higher one. Okay. And a slush fund is as I checked on the exact terminology, well, some people say for illicit fundings, but just doesn't sound right. I guess it's for like minor things, things that really, in my opinion, I would call it discretionary funds, but everybody has their own take on it. And a sinking fund is a fund that is going to, it's not forever, it's always going to sink, it's going to go down, it's going to be used. So it's not like something that you're going to build up and up and up and up and up, and it's going to remain building up and up and up, in advance. So that one, the name is already implied. I just thought I'd mention these funny sounding, but oftentimes used funding names that many people use, and not everyone quite understands it, but they're all applicable to each individual case. How's everybody doing today? Happy Wednesday. Can you imagine it's already Wednesday? Where's the time going? So let's see. Today is Wednesday the 11th, and I definitely wanted to take this as an opportunity to thank all of our service people in the military. Happy Veterans Day. I thank you for it. My dad was a World War II veteran. He's no longer here. But Dad, if you can hear me, thank you for your services to our country, and everyone in the past, in the present. Please enjoy your special day. And thank you to the families of military people, because they are really the unspoken heroes, in my honest opinion. because the families of the person that is directly in the military, they are so greatly affected in so many ways. And I take my hat off to every one of you. So thank you so very much. So in addition, I have with me, thumbnail time. Watch. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Smile. That will probably be my thumbnail. This is a YouTube trick. I might have mentioned this. No, I did mention this in the past, but for anyone new to making YouTube videos, when you're having YouTube make some of your thumbnails in the beginning time, if you stare at the camera, and one of the nice ways to do it is to hold some sort of an object, or let's say wave and hold your position, something like between 5 and 10 seconds, YouTube takes the picture, and inevitably 95% of the time, they put it up as your thumbnail. Just saying. So I hope everybody's doing well. But I brought this recipe book with me. And no, this is not a sponsored ad. This book was gifted to me, I think 2 Christmases back. Yeah, 2 Christmases back. And I get a lot of use out of it. I love it. I love working with a slow cooker. How about you out there? Do you love your slow cooker? And it can be used all year long. In the summer, it's great. It does not, to me, it does not throw off any heat. If so, very little, very minor. Everybody's experience is different, but for me, it doesn't. And on very, very busy days, like when you wake up in the morning, like you're so full of energy and everything. That's me. I'm a morning person. I'm good to go. I'll make videos. I'll go straighten up. I'll do this. I'll do that. I'll plan my day. Yay, gung ho, boom. But something happens to me like about, I don't know, I can't lie, like about 4 o'clock, and my personal friends could attest to it, and family members. And Steve, how many video chats did you catch me falling asleep on? And it had nothing to do with Steve. It had to do with me. I just can't seem to hold my eyes open after a certain amount of time. So for a person like myself, that is, totally a morning person, has no ish at all whatsoever of chopping, slicing, dicing, and throwing something into the slow cooker. Using a slow cooker is the answer. And there's nothing more welcoming, like at the end of a busy day, to not have to face the music, if you will, and drag out pots and drag out pans. You could get all of that cleanup done. Because the cleanup, first of all, your meal is waiting. It's there. It's a welcoming feeling to me. And especially on those really cold days that are, soon to come up. I mean, right now we're having like a warm trend, which is really so cute. At this time of the year in November, to have such a warming trend, it's just unbelievable. But we're having it, we're experiencing it, and we're loving it. But that will go away in a New York heartbeat, because it really is November 11th, and that's how it goes. On those extremely chilly days, chilly days soon to come up, nothing is more welcoming than coming back from, let's say, your outside errands and it's really, really chilly out. And there's your hot meal waiting for you, like so cool. So therefore, with the holiday season coming up, if a slow cooker happens to be one of those things on your wish list, tell that friend or relative that you would take a lot of guesswork off of their brain. Say, I'd really appreciate a slow cooker, because I do see many people come in the comment section inevitably over time. Since I've been doing this thing, I wish I had a slow cooker. They are very, very, very reasonable, and I call it an investment. So without further ado, from the Dump Recipe book, not a sponsored ad, what's a dump recipe? Is it a sinking fund? There are just some funny terminologies, right, that are out there. A dump recipe means that you don't have to have any additional step. Like some slow cooker recipes, and I have another book from the same company with different recipes that require a 2-step, like browning a meat in a pan on the stove before entering into the crock pot or slow cooker. This one is a dump and go book. Yeah. Really, really cool. Dump and go because we're all busy. Just saying. So I'm not going to lie to you. I'm not even sure what recipe I'm going to give you yet. So you can watch me figure it out. Let's see. There's garden pasta. Garden pasta sounds good. I don't think I tried that one. Garden pasta. Okay, let's see what the picture looks like. The bottom one, this one. Cool. I like the looks of that. Garden pasta. Okay, so let's go for the recipe. And if you need a pen, pause the video, step away, go grab a pen. Okay. Give you a second. Garden pasta. Looks really good. So here come my trusty glasses. Okay, so basically all you need is 1 jar, 24 to 26 ounces, of puttanesca or spicy tomato basil pasta sauce, 1 can, about 14 ounces of stewed tomatoes, 1 cup of small broccoli florets, 1 cup of finely diced yellow squash or zucchini, 2 cups, 5 ounces of uncooked bow tie pasta. Those are good. 1/2 cup of water, 1/2 cup of crumbled feta cheese, and that is optional. So if you don't have feta cheese, no worries, okay? And if you don't care for feta cheese, you don't use it. 1/4 cup of fresh basil, optional. So there are a couple of options there. Don't have to do the feta. You don't have to do the fresh basil, okay? Okay, you're going to coat the inside of your crock pot slow cooker with nonstick cooking spray. You're going to combine the pasta sauce, tomatoes, broccoli, squash, pasta, and water in the crock pot slow cooker. You're going to stir it to blend. You're going to cover it. You're going to cook this on low, 3.5 to 4.5 hours. And if you want to do it faster, you could do this on high for 2 to 2.5 hours. You top with cheese and basil if desired. Honestly, I'm not a huge feta cheese fan, so for me, I would be omitting it. As far as fresh basil goes, don't always have that on hand. Sometimes I freeze fresh basil. And if you want to, you can use dried basil. I would just put less of, because whenever you're working with dried ingredients, the flavor is totally more potent. And by the way, Jan, you need your cup of joe, okay? Definitely dried ingredients go far. So when you're putting your little kitchen together, go with the basic dried ingredients because it's a lot cheaper in the long run. And I understand that at like Aldi's or Trader Joe's, you could get really good deals on those products. There's another recipe. It's a teensy weensy one, so it's not going to take up your time. It's called Cherry Delight. Look at the picture on the bottom. That looks really good. Let's see about that. Okay, trusty glasses again. Cherry Delight. 1 can, 21 ounces of cherry pie filling. 1 package, about 18 ounces of yellow cake mix. 1/2 cup, which equals 1 stick of butter, melted. 1/3 cup of chopped walnuts. Layer the pie filling, the cake mix, the butter, and the walnuts in a crock pot slow cooker. Cover on low 3 to 4 hours, or on high 1.5 to 2 hours. That makes 8 to 10 servings. That's very good. I forgot to mention to you that, unless I did mention it to you, no, I don't think I did. The garden pasta recipe, that makes 4 to 6 servings, just so you know. So how are your Thanksgiving Day plans coming along? Are you like halfway there? Are you all the way there? I am no way there. No, because I'm going to get my Thanksgiving stuff about the 15th of the month. Because from my experience around here, that's when over here certain stores, let the sales begin. And most places, this is the time to like really like stock up on like canned goods. And if you're the type that likes box stuffing mix, this is the time that you stock up on it because you can get it much more cheaply than the remainder of the year. And I have a controversial question for you. How do you like your turkey? With some people call it dressing. Do you use turkey gravy? Do you use just pan drippings that you make yourself? Create your own fresh one. Or what other twist do you have on it? I have kind of like a weird, like love-hate relationship with all of this. Actually, for example, I have been known to heat up a can of beef gravy and put it on my turkey, which actually is very good. It's a slight contrast in flavor. It's quite good. If you have never tried it, you might consider it. Turkey gravy, like canned ones like that, I'm not too fond of. I don't like the color of it. It's just not appealing to me. But turkey gravy that you make yourself from the pan drippings, and you make your own, with the flour and seasoning and all that, that is probably by far the most yum. And sometimes I just like to spoon over the residual pan drippings without flour or anything in it when I'm heating it up the next day, for example. Then what I like to do is just utilize that with a pinch of salt. I know, call me strange. It's not strange, it's actually quite good. So always keep an open mind. The route that I may be going this year is I'm not sure about like the main part of the meal. I'm not sure if I'm going to, because it's going to be a small amount of people. If it's just myself, it would probably be myself and maybe my daughter and her family. And I say if, because of restrictions, there is a very totally realistically strong possibility that I will be here myself eating turkey or not turkey. If that's the case, then I'm going to scale it down. So I just have to finalize, some plans. And either way, I will still keep in touch with my friends and family because thank God we have a thing called video chat. Is that going to be your Thanksgiving this year? Because not everybody gets to see family members for whatever the reason. So I just thought I'd share this with you. Let me know if you would be interested in me popping on live for a little while on Thanksgiving afternoon. So there. Okay, great. Listen, in the meantime, this has been Jan from New York City. Thank you so much for hanging out with me and coming by yesterday. If you missed yesterday's show with the live interview with Money Mom and Brandon Neely, please don't hesitate to find it on playback. You're going to enjoy it. I'm almost certain you will. Well, I know I did. That's for sure. Have a wonderful day, everybody, and I look forward to seeing you again real soon. Have a great day.